Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me, Umber Rays, and today I'm going to be doing the video about the new level of content difficulty here on the JP side and what that looks like and what you can potentially expect for it. And I'm not doing a clear. That's not what this video is. This video is to give you an insight on the global side for what is coming in the near future and how to prepare for it and what you should be afraid of. And I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I always record my videos just, in one go kind of thing, and that leads to some flubs and some mistakes, and I do apologize for that. Like, honestly, there's some new stuff that has popped up that's maybe kind of important, but we're going to keep that out of this video so we can basically look at what this content looks like. So first of all, something to note is that the first piece of incredibly difficult content is from this, that came out March 16th, or sorry, not March 16th, it would have been about mid-March on the JP side. So that's roughly about 4 months down the line. God, it's been 4 months since the 1-year anniversary already. Wow. So yeah, if you're wondering about timeline, it's roughly about 4 months after the inclusion of EX jobs. That's basically what they've decided to include this piece of content. So this piece of content is considered to be level 115, job level 22. It is not a farm piece of content. It is considered to be you do this a couple of times to get basically all of the achievements and then you go away. It should also be noted that in terms of the achievements in game, if we just go back here for a second, connecting, it does not actually exist here. And that is a really, really good thing, because you know what? It is, I think it would, if any more stuff was locked behind this, I'd probably have a much bigger problem, because this is going to be a little bit scary, especially for casual players. I don't think that this is something that casual players. So taking a look at the reward structure for this, you'll notice that the big thing is that they basically locked a lot. And I mean essentially a lot. Like this vision card I actually did get from the first level, or from the current Carbuncle raid. And then from doing the 2 lower levels, I got 10 whole shards. Thanks. But salt aside, because this video is not meant to be salt, as you can see, basically all of the shards are for this vision card are locked behind this. So that's going to be kind of a tough pill for people to swallow, because I even think getting your first clear in this is not going to be easy. So first of all, no characters can go down. Do not bring mercenary. I want to say that it's don't use... I know that this one is do 7,000 points of damage in a single attack. And just to confirm, because my brain is gone out. Defeat 3 enemies at the same time. And of course, the last one for 100 shards is do all of these things at a single time. And this is no small task. So yes, this content is very, very difficult. So we are not going to be trying to do that. We are not going to be trying to do a clear. That is not something I am interested in doing right now. So going to just bring in this party right here. I'm going to show this party off. Talk about it for a sec, and we're going to take off auto, because I don't think this is auto content. This is the party that you can see I'm bringing. This, from what I remember, most of the enemies on this map are pretty weak to swords, and the advice I got from my guild members were basically, was basically that you should bring a lot of large AoE sword attackers. That's kind of where most of this team is going for. Yuna, because she's awesome. Lord Mont, because he is a pretty diamond tank. So I also want to show off the stats of my characters here. So here's Mont. I don't have the best vision cards either, so I'm not going to pretend that I am super prepared. But even if I want to give people an idea of what I do have available to me and how far I think it will go on this map. So showing off the stats of all of these characters. As you can see here, these are the summons I have available. Haven't gotten Phoenix to 3-star. My bad. That's where you can see some of my vision cards are not going to be completely maxed here. And some new characters like Duan, who has a specific advantage in this map, well, we're also just going to... And I think this is the other one I skipped. I'm also going to bring along a friend unit, just because I do want to impart how difficult I think this is. We'll even bring the really, really good one provided to us. Alright, let's head out. And we're going to take the first little bit and just kind of go over the units on the map. We're going to take a look at it, and we're going to go from there, basically. Alright, so the quest has started, and as you can see, before we even get to act, well, these guys are getting their shield on. Huzzah! So there's isn't going to be a really good advantage of taking out these units. So the first unit we have are these 3 Gill Snappers, about 7,000 HP, 40 defense, 40 spirit, 75 quickness. They immediately cast that, and as you can see, really their only weakness is going to be swords here. They have an incredibly high resistance to magics. You're not going to be getting through them on that. If we scooch over here on the other side, we have a archer over here. As you can see, these are his stats. Really high stats overall, but not the highest amount of HP. Again, weak to swords primarily. And we get into more premium units. We have Oldoa here, who is sporting about 9,000 HP, but lesser defense and whatnot. Weak to spears and a little weak to magic. More susceptible to status effects, so that might be a potential avenue for people in the future. Then we have Durayo just putting a UR to shame. 8,000 HP, 60 defense, and spirit. Looking very, very strong. Weak to ice, generally some weaker resistances though, so go. And last on this side we have Venera. You know, look at her stats and her resistances. And then we're going to go over to the other side to feature some of the other stuff you'll have to deal with. So another archer, looking particularly just frustrating because you'll have to come out this middle part and he will be able to just snipe you. And we'll get to that big bird in a second here, but we do have a certain mage ready to potentially get problems. There's her weaknesses. A 12,000 HP, roughly 12,000 HP. Big bird, really strong against magic. And taking a look at him, just to throw off that whole thing here, strong against magic, strong against that, but weak against fists. So I guess as an ice character, you might want to start building that fire fist dude, because he could be really good here, or a gunner. And to cap it off, 22,000 HP Kraken. So for everyone who is saying Kraken looked very derpy, he heard your comments and he's not very happy about it. Weak to slash, weak to guns, weak to lightning. There you go. Like taking a look at this entire thing, there's enough spread fairly far out that I think it is going to be, you know, a pretty difficult piece of content going forward. As you can see, a level 99 Stern with pretty good equipment. Not perfect equipment, but pretty good. We're just gonna kind of stay back for a little bit and try to can't. Alright, we got Yuna here. I think we're just gonna end up not heal. Interestingly, the Earth one is over here. Huh. I should. Alright, now this is the big super Duan, who is level 120. He is the more powerful one. Let's see if we can't show how much damage he will do. So kind of getting an idea for generally how strong some characters might be here. A little much, but we're just gonna kind of get rid of one of them for right now. Just some mild buffs to get some AP going. Kind of give you an idea of which characters will be going in. See, our guys are getting quite a bit of boosts. Oh, I did not mean to hit that button. Well, he's dead. Turn mad! Turn smash. Seriously though, listening to this does make me want to see 9 again. Alright. So you can see how quickly we are starting to get swarmed by enemies here. Status effects are flowing, and we got some reinforcements here too. So we got quite a few enemies. And you can kind of get an idea. I mean, it's not... Something to note about this content is I don't think that it is impossible, but I do think that it is potentially a little difficult. As it should be. For those who have been looking for more difficult content, I think that you will be very much excited for. For people who are a little bit worried, this could be a little bit tough. Alright, well, that's not the right one. Keep our two knighty boys nice and strong. As you can see, the amounts of reinforcements are still piling up, and now we are having to deal with a lot of archers being able to come from pretty far away. So the ice birds can cause stop, and now we are, well, we are really in trouble, I would say. Oh, well. We can hit it for basically 0 points of damage. Cool. And Yuna is completely stopped. So we have the choice. We could... Don't have enough for a limit burst. So yeah, you can see we're getting basically just nothing in terms of the amount of status effects. It is just for all intents and purposes just pretty difficult. We're pretty much dead at this point. I mean, our healer is stopped. This is so. Yeah, this is essentially what you do have to look at. We're gonna just take a quick overlook of this thing, and I'm basically resigning out of this. This piece of content, I mean, it's difficult enough to already start thinking about trying to beat this game, or trying to beat this content with a underdeveloped team. Like when it says level 115, I think even like it just means that you have basically perfect characters with perfect cards, because this is insane, the amount of damage and everything that gets poured out on you, and how basically all of the enemies bum rush you and you just don't get a break, because even when you kill some enemies, it just spawns in more stuff. So this is the future of what some of the more difficult content will look like, specifically around this. Is it too difficult? Yeah, I would say so. I would say that this is generally a little too much. I like, and it wouldn't even bug me that much, but they basically put this piece of content out with a mid-tier vision card shards, which were, you could essentially get the card from just playing the raid, but to max the card, I mean, I don't know, just seems like you're not. It was kind of like a fake, but keeping that out of this video because I don't think that's not really what we're here to talk about. I do think that this content is on a touch on the strong side. I'm glad that the rewards aren't really that valuable, because if it was like a free super powerful UR card that you could get and get maxed, then it would make a big world of difference. I don't think a lot of players would be ending up getting this, but even if you do have Duan and he is pretty highly maxed, and you bring the friend Duan as well, this content is just insanely difficult. So yeah, glad I could give you a look at this content. I don't think that I'll able to be beating it anytime soon. And it is a timed piece of content till March 24th. So honestly, if I was to just say one thing about this, honestly, I wish that there was better distribution, because if this is the future of this kind of stuff, I really am not interested in it. But also, I just am curious. Like, I think that why isn't this just trial content? Like permanent trial content. There's almost no reason that this needs to be time limited, but there you go. This is the future. Globalers, start building those level 120s and pick the right ones, because otherwise, woof. And to answer a potential comment question in the future, no, I have no idea whether this will return in the future, or whether this vision card will just be put into the gacha later. I'm not entirely sure about that. If I do find out, I'll let you know about that later, but there's a look into the level 115 content. I'm getting out of here. Take care.